Can you believe it's already July? And with that means we are officially done with the very first half of 2024. And with half of the year gone, it is a good time to start reflecting on our New Year's resolutions. And if one of your New Year's resolutions was to buy a new house, the good news is that the market is staying hot through summer and you still have a lot of time to accomplish your goals. Hi YouTube, I am Kareem Howard, your go-to licensed realtor with Gerlach Homes. Here on this YouTube channel, I like to post market updates, community tours, property tours, pretty much anything related to Denver real estate. So if you are looking to buy or sell at any single point within the next year, I would absolutely love to help you out. I will throw my contact card on the screen and the rest of my info is down in the description. Let's get into the video. So I'm filming this video on July 1st, which is 3 days before the 4th of July. Hopefully, if I'm actually on schedule, this should be posted at least one day before the 4th of July. Now, the 4th of July, not only is it a holiday, but it's very interesting for the real estate market. Everyone's traveling, they want to be with their friends, with their family. They're not worried about buying or selling a house, let's just be honest. And so with that, we see a lot less real estate transactions, real estate activities for the 4th of July weekend. So just like Memorial Day weekend, we saw less houses go under contract, less people list their homes, less people want to buy their homes, and it's going to be very similar for the 4th of July weekend. Now, the good thing about all of these holiday weekends is just like Memorial Day, as soon as the weekend's over, everyone goes back to their normal life. They goes back to looking for houses, and so real estate activity dips a little bit, but then it bounces back. And then sometimes it bounces back even a little bit stronger. As we all know, summertime is regarded as one of the best times to buy and sell your house because that's when a lot of families are looking. Now, with August coming around the corner, a lot of schools are beginning to start August, maybe September, depending on the school district that your kid is in. So right now, it's still highly regarded as one of the best times to actually start getting ready to list your home and getting ready to buy a new home. The interest rate on a 30-year loan is at about 6.86%, dipping a little bit below 7%, promoting a little bit of activity for some of these buyers. Speaking of interest rates, right now it does not look we are going to see any rate cuts this month or any rate cuts next month, so I do not want to get your guys' hopes up. We are really hoping to see some rate cuts in September, which means we might actually prolong the summer real estate market going into the fall season, which would be great for all of us, especially if you still have that goal of wanting to buy a house this year. Now, for all of my sellers, since it's summertime, it's hot, the home looks great, buyers are out, now is still a very good time to sell, but do not list your home this weekend on the 4th of July weekend. I told you guys that real estate activity kind of dips a little bit this weekend, and it's just not a good time to want to list your home. You want to be able to snowball as many people into it as possible, and you want to list it the week after when more people are ready actually looking at houses. Now, for my buyers, July, it's still summertime. It's a great time to actually look for homes. We saw a huge increase in inventory last month. We're seeing that kind of pump up this month. So there's a lot of options for our buyers in the resale market. Now, with 4th of July weekend, we're still not seeing a lot of activity, but you can kind of take advantage of this upcoming weekend by looking for houses while no one else wants to look for houses. Maybe you have a little bit less competition. Maybe you can get a home under asking. There's a few techniques you can do, but if you are looking for homes, it's a great time to do so. Now, my number one tip for buyers in this current market is going to say the exact same number one tip as long as interest rates are staying where they're at, and it's going to stay the same until rates finally start to come down, and that is that you should look at new build homes. For the very first time in history, a brand new home is costing you less money than a resale home. And the only reason this is happening is because builders are pretty much throwing these deals at you. They're giving you money, they're giving you incentives, they're buying down rates, they're doing all that they can to get rid of some of their builder inventory, and this is helping you, the buyer. For example, a new build home at $500,000 is going to cost you less money monthly, about $400 to $500 monthly, compared to a resale home at $500,000. And the only reason that this is possible in this market is because the builders are actually buying down your rate, giving you incentives, things that other builders, no matter where you're looking at, just can't compete with. And so I'm going to hammer this down that it is still a great time to look at new builds, pretty much all of Colorado. Now, if you are worried that there's not that many areas that you like, there's so many growing communities out there. The two most popular that I show a lot are out in Reunion near the airport, a lot of homes, lots of builders. You're gonna find something you like out there. Or even the Aurora Highlands is growing on me. I like it. There's a lot of builders, lots of homes, lots of area. But I think the downsides to some of these new build communities is there's nothing out there. Like when you live in the Aurora Highlands, when you live in Reunion, you're still kind of far from a lot of places because they're developing communities, but that does mean that once these communities start to develop, you can make a lot of money on the resale. Now let's get into the bread and butter of these market updates. Let's talk about the market stats. So the median close price for a home in the Denver metro area is up 2.5% from last month at about $615,000. So home prices are still staying strong. Homeowners, this is good news for all of you guys. We saw about 6,300 new listings hit the market last month, which is great. We're getting a huge increase in inventory, and it's great for a lot of buyers to actually have some options out there. Now, something we did actually see a decrease last month is between pending and closed listings. Pending listings were decreased at about 4,400, and we saw a little less closed listings at about 4,000 last month, which does mean that we saw a huge spike in months of supply, up 36%, and we are finally sitting at 3 months of inventory, which was at about like 2.5, 2.4, even 2.3 early on this year. So to summarize, there was a lot of inventory, a lot of buyers, a lot of people are actively getting into the summer real estate market, which is good. They're taking advantage of the hot weather, kids out of school, just a great time to actually buy a house. Now with the increase of inventory, that means there's a lot more competition for sellers. Now does this mean that it's a bad time to sell your house? No, it does not mean that at all. It just means you have to be more competitive when you sell your house. Make sure you price it right, make sure it looks good, make sure it shows well, and make sure when you are listing your house that you list it at a good time to get a lot of showing activity the very first weekend. Which means, what should you avoid? You should avoid listing 4th of July weekend, and that's in the off chance you're actually watching this video before the 4th of July. But if you're not, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had a great 4th of July. Well, that's going to conclude all of the information for the market update of July of 2024. Now, if you did like this video or you found anything helpful in this video, then please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm Kareem Howard, your go-to licensed realtor at Gerlach Homes. If you are looking to buy or sell at any point within the next year, whether it be in Denver, whether it be in any city in Colorado, I would absolutely love to help you out. All of my contact information is down in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.